Hello, welcome back. Today I'll be watching the EXPANSE Season 2, Episode 3. If you like reactions like these, make sure to like and subscribe. If you want early access to the next episodes, you can find those over on Patreon. There I post everything 2 weeks ahead. So already Episode 4 and 5 will be available for you there. Full-length watch-along style reactions if you want to watch the full episode together with me, and the edited versions as well. Alright, let's go! So I scratched out my first name of the season on my paper. It's a lot better compared to the first season. Amount of names that need to be on there. I feel like this song could be a perfect song for an act of Cirque du Soleil, where you have people, you know, at the drapes flying in the room and doing things. This reminds me of my first page of my first law book in law school, and they say the reason why laws exist is because if you would let people be, and it was said so nicely in Dutch but it doesn't translate well. Revenge is like it starts and it reacts until only dust is left.
I always knew Earth would strike first. Right, Earther?
What do you call me?
Oh, you heard me.
Not today!
And that's what they're doing.
He's got as much dust in his blood as the rest of us. Marines, who do we fight for?
Mars.
Who do we fight for?
Mars.
We need to train. War is coming.
Tension.
Mars still hasn't issued an official statement.
You haven't retaliated yet either.
We named our planets after the ancient gods. Deimos wasn't a god. He was a representation of the horrific fear that comes with war. Can you imagine what it would be like to lose the moon, our moon, to never see it in the night sky again?
From Mars, Deimos is just a little dot, same as Venus is to us. I know you're worried about Arjun and the grandkids, but we're more than capable of protecting Luna.
What we should be doing is trying to get out of this mess while we still can.
Our Navy might be older and slower, but the numbers are still on our side. We have enough ships to shoot theirs down. We could knock Mars out of our sky for good.
Did you know that Martian Marines always train at 1G, Earth gravity?
Oh, interesting.
It won't end out there. Sooner or later, they will invade.
Mars is an island. If we cripple their Navy now, they can't touch us.
But if they do, a few strategic bomb drops, most certainly on this wretched building, and we'll be staring into the faces of Martian Marines.
This could be our last chance to win, Christian. It's like you always said. Earth must come first.
You could fill in that sentence. There are so many different views. It's not because you want to be first that you need to attack and fight others all the time. I guess you could also interpret it as it means war if somebody's threatening that position.
Amos, how's it look?
Outer doors and blast shields are shot to shit. I can't get a seal. We have to jet it out the cargo bay.
Let's check our thruster packs. Spins about 40 meters a second. It'll be a hell of a job when we leave the ship.
Gonna take more than a couple of band-aids to get the Rossi back on her feet again, you know.
The Rossi's the least of our goddamn problems now.
Let's go! You love killing deltas? Diogo!
There he is.
Get these men to holding.
Miller too?
Leave him here.
Hey! I don't want him anywhere near the prisoners!
He won't be.
You shouldn't even be on this station!
Hey, it's something you need to get off your chest there.
Damn right!
He acts like he's totally in control himself. Like, we remember what you just did. Don't act all cool.
He's had a tough day.
Dozens of ships leave here every day. Pick one, and I'll get you on it. It's time for you to go.
He thought he was just gonna badmouth him, and that Fred would be like, yeah, he's overreacting.
Captain had us clean out your quarters. Naomi dropped a few cancer med charges in there for you. Hey, you want to snort? Free booze, free booze.
He's a simple man, not asking for much.
Hey, let me keep the bottle, savor the trip. So I'm dipped in shit right now. Oh no, this shit is permanent. Captain doesn't want you around anymore. We don't want you around either. For what it's worth, I get it. He killed your girl and you shot him. Just the guy I needed to go down. The captain always gets a little jumpy when you kill people without talking it over first. Yeah, I'm sure you would have asked for permission too.
Look at them bonding after what they've been through.
You and me, we're a lot alike. We've been around. But the captain, well, he's as close to righteous as it gets out here. So when you says you're out, that's just how it is. Because the way I figure, he's probably right.
I love how he trusts his judgment. A lot of change is happening in this scene towards them, but also him towards his captain.
You keep picking fights with the wrong people.
And his picture. I don't really understand that just a man that had to go down. Like, I would be really like, what the hell does that even mean, dude?
Not too shabby, right? And since Fred's picking up the tab until the roast is livable, I figured we'd order a lot of room service.
Ooh, he's not in the mood.
Let it go.
We fought for nothing. People died. We nearly died. And Miller just...
He got you out of Eros alive.
He shot an unarmed man right in the head.
An unarmed mass murderer.
I'm not saying he's a good guy. I wouldn't want to keep him alive because he's a good guy, but more like because I think you could use him.
You can't understand.
The only thing he was out for was revenge.
No, he cared about all of us.
We had Dresden. He was gonna talk. We could have used him.
We could have what? Worked out a deal with a man who casually murdered countless Belters. A man who was a threat to all human life. And that is why Miller shot him.
He didn't have the right to make that decision.
But you do.
What I have to do now is clean up his mess.
Interesting to see the different views, especially with the background that you have as an Earther or a Belter. Or...
Hey, you killed the biggest dick in the universe for that now.
I'm just a cop. A guy who used to be a cop.
Hey, you're tapped out. That's my tip. Time to go home.
Okay. Where's the house? Ooh, you electric. I like you.
Normally it's so annoying when people talk about themselves in third person singular, but Diogo can do it. He can pull it off.
Miller, you ain't got no script. Come. You stay with me. You one of us now.
No.
This way.
There's multiple PDC and railgun impacts, but we have the panel stock here to fabricate replacements for the holes too big to patch. Oh, that one just missed puncturing your reactor, see? You guys would have melted instantly. Wow. If that had gone through to the inner hull, your goal would have snapped in two. Most ships would have been blown to scrap after that kind of beating.
Yeah, well, not the Rossi.
Just like impressed.
I'm actually impressed as hell you were able to make it back here.
I was gonna say.
You're a Martian, right? You still got people there?
I don't know.
You didn't reach out? After Deimos, I mean.
They think I'm dead. I went down on the Donager. Died a hero.
Aww.
So is the Rossi gonna be okay or what?
Don't worry. We're gonna treat her like one of our own. In the meantime, you look like you could blow off some steam. Care to put the ball to the wall? Pashang ya.
What did that mean? What?
He was in the data center, so we're going to interrogate him first. He has to know more about the protomolecule than anyone else.
Not more than Dresden.
We got ID scans for the whole lot of them. The last 2 years are completely blank for everyone. But before that, they all work for the same company, Protogen. It's an Earth-based biotech contractor with facilities throughout the system, including the one destroyed on Phoebe.
Oof.
Get in there.
This should be an interesting conversation.
Here, try this one.
Well, I thought it'd be motivation.
So, loving recreation.
You starting with me again?
Take a compliment. Texas looks perfect. It's your hometown, right?
Your hometown's only named after you because your family infested it like some hyper-breeding rats.
Well, we need more real dust-eating Martians. Too many Earthers as it is.
Damn, it doesn't stop.
I see.
No one's questioning your patriotism.
Simmer down there, cowpoke.
You know something? I earned my iron, Hilly. Your family just bought your way into the Corps. Go fetch.
Dude, what are you trying to achieve here?
God damn it.
I find it odd that all of them are so like constantly throwing digs. Like that's not really professional, I would say.
Paulo Cortazar, you were a member of a team studying Eros.
I'm a specialist, nanoinformatics.
That sounds important.
It is.
We want to know
About the protomolecule.
Then you should talk to Dr. Dresden.
He's dead.
What?
He can't control you anymore.
Project? What about the project?
You're gonna have to answer for it. The genocide on Eros. Or you can work with us.
Are you taking up the project?
We need you to make a vaccine.
Yeah, he's like, what? Helping?
I understand you grew up in Landrina on basic. That must have been hard.
Only if you can't find a way out.
It's especially admirable for you after the loss of your mother.
I can't imagine But it must have been like watching your mother die.
Whoa.
Type C Huntington's disease is just so ungodly cruel.
Oh my god.
She never complained.
Is that why you went to work for Protogen? To find a cure? To keep others from going through what she went through? Because I can't imagine a more noble endeavor. We can get you back there if you help us.
Right at the emotions, right? Oof.
Her brain was fried. She didn't think anything was wrong with her, even when the drool was hanging from her lip for hours on end until it crusted to her chin, or she fell off the toilet while taking a piss. She just kept going, serene as the Buddha.
It's alright when your body doesn't want to work with you anymore.
It's different on Eros. There's real pain and death. You're free now to do the right thing. Dresden is gone. You don't have to answer to him anymore.
If he were here, I'd thank him.
He's genuinely convinced about this.
He made me what I am today.
And he saved them. So to say. Damn.
Bring up my last battle simulation. I use all the sensor data from the actual raid. Now run the sim from the beginning.
Always like during an evaluation. Ah. Space squash. Did they hit it with their hands?
What are you laughing at, loser?
Doesn't that hurt?
It's just, I feel good. We should hydrate with some beers.
She's all for having some good old fun.
Can you please turn this shit up? This is the new banger, fresh out of the Eros. No music coming out of Eros.
That's a weird thing to say.
Rock talking, Papa. It's sing. You're telling me that those sounds are coming off of Eros?
Hottest beats maker on Tycho, Mad OBA pirate too. She jacked the encrypted data stream off the station we kill, but it come from Eros.
Turn it off.
How do you like slow down wrist movements?
Those belters you're jamming to, they're dead. We're dying.
That's why it's our anthem, Pampa. A call to war.
Oh yeah? Going to war now.
Everyone's going to war. Earth, Mars, belt.
Never even know what you were fighting for.
You killed that guy. What you fighting for?
Oof.
Cut off one head, plenty more where he came from.
So we cut off all the heads, rule the whole system.
The system rules you, kid. You don't choose anything. You're born into it, man. One side or the other. You play it out.
That is the crazy part, right? You're just on the side where your crib was.
You know, in those inners, you figure out what's on Eros. They kill every last one of us to get it.
Us?
Belters. Those belters.
Beltaloda.
Oh god. I can imagine that going up in the belts and then seeing what they're doing and always being in the middle and feel like a pawn that does get to you. Oh? Changing looks? Oh, it's a brush. Oh, it's shaving right. Damn, he's feeling haunted. Interesting to see the different ways that people cope after something like this has happened. And for some it's like evaluate, get better, repeat. For some it's thinking and just be like, what the hell happened? For some it's like letting it all out.
The neurons in his right temporal parietal junction have been impeded.
Faulty wiring?
Well, he wasn't born this way. He was altered. Probably transcranial magnetic hyperstimulation. Part of his temporal lobe has been effectively erased.
Which part?
The part that governs empathy.
Oh!
So someone waves a magnet at the right side of my head and suddenly I can watch 100,000 people die in agony and not give a shit.
I've checked the other prisoners. It's been done to all of them.
Security guards on that station were armed with riot bullets, probably to keep them from murdering each other.
Well, he's not a homicidal maniac. He just no longer has the capacity to consider any life other than his own meaningful.
Is his condition reversible?
I'm afraid not.
Yeah.
How do you reach a guy like that?
It's interesting because it's kind of like psychopathy, I think. If you see it interviews with people, it's very interesting, right? Because, well, you have people that they are not, like they said, homicidal. They just don't care.
I'm well aware of Private Travis's background and the shit that he gets for being born on Earth. If he'd been willing to talk, you'd be thrown in the brig right now, but he wasn't. That's how Martian he is.
Well.
So this is about you.
We trained all our lives for this. Now it's here and we just want to use it. The sooner we have it out with Earth, the better.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
We're not going to Earth. We've been ordered to Ganymede Station to secure the food supply.
Farm Patrol. We're Marines.
And we serve where we are ordered to serve. Now, you and your team will carry out your orders with pride and dedication, befitting soldiers of the Martian Republic. Are we clear, Gunn?
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
She has such a bloodlust. Oof. It's kind of like just a ticking time bomb.
Is this what I hope it is?
A secure channel to Fred Johnson.
Give it to me, please.
Despite the satisfaction it will give me to see you arrested.
All you need to tell me is that it can't be traced and that the message will get to him.
It's solid, but the OPA leaks like a sieve.
Just give it to me and go.
Right now, this is just a bad idea. But you hit send, and it's treason.
Wants to protect her.
Millions could die. Please give it to me and go. There is no need for us to hang together.
Oh, I'm sure they'll hang us separately. You'll get a better view.
Damn, and some dark humor.
I'm Christian Avasarala. The things you've no doubt heard me say, the things I've blamed on you, those words were lies, a facade to protect myself. Because you were right. There are people in my government who are willing to take us to the brink of annihilation for reasons that I still cannot fathom. But like you, I want to stop this war. So now I'm asking you for help. I need evidence. Anything I can use to turn the guns of Earth and Mars away from each other before it's too late. If you have any cards left in your hand, the time to play them is now.
He must be in shock.
I never thought I'd see the day.
Right.
I think I got something she can use.
You spaced a Black Sky faction leader because they put a hit out on that woman. If they learn that you're helping her, the OPA will put a hit out on you.
Well, then I guess it's gonna have to be our little secret then,
I hope we can trust her because, oof. It's interesting how on both sides we have people trying to risk their own lives for this cause.
I was on Eros. I saw Julie Mao.
Why is he struggling so much with this? I feel like Amos is really having a hard time with the lack of empathy that they have.
In the hotel room where we found her, it was a wreck. All the screens and the lights were smashed to pieces. But it wasn't strategic violence, not like you cracking that guy's head because he messed with your stuff. That was a problem and you found a solution. In that hotel room, there was madness. And there was a puddle, blue-brown slime in the center of the bed, and it smeared down across the floor.
Blue-brown metabolic excretions.
She's just like matter of fact.
Blue barnacles jutting out of her mouth, out of her body, snaking out of her hair, growing up against the walls. There she was, naked as Eve.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Not dead, becoming. The barnacles? An expression of pattern matching systems, lattices that mimic beta sheets and expand on them, but capable of control systems like brain tissues, two-stage pumps adapted from hearts, and at the very center, a particle nothing leads to, like a seed crystal that requires and provides a massive amount of energy.
That's why she smashed the lights and the screens. She was trying to take away his power source.
Did it work? Was it still moving? I know what it looks like. What was it doing?
He got to him by talking with him as if he understood. And now I think he's still like in shock by it.
What was it doing?
Feels eerie. Because yes, you have a chemist super impressed and intrigued by the work with a total lack of empathy.
Can I help you?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
You seem a little anxious.
Well, I am kind of in a hurry.
Where are you going?
Well, that's the thing. I seen your sign outside. Says we know where we're going. I think maybe I know where I need to go now, too.
What would make you positive?
Well, why don't you tell me a little bit more about your journey?
I was born into this, but I've never doubted it.
No. I mean, the big one. Nabu. Have you ever talked to a pedophile?
Whoa, what?
We try to ask them stuff, and they're not gonna just talk about raping little kids, but if you show them pictures of kids, then they'll go on and on and on. I had a private chat with Cortazar, and Eros is his pedophilia. You were talking about stopping it, taking it away. That's why he wouldn't help you.
You need to encourage him. I find it a very dark comparison, but I guess we understand what he's saying.
What happened to them?
Clearly, we used them to observe the progress of the infection in a human host.
You infected them and watched them die.
We watched it work. The protomolecule is the first evidence of a tree of life apart from our own. It didn't come with an instruction manual. We nurtured it the best way we knew how.
But Phoebe wasn't enough for you.
We didn't control the station, so we incinerated the Martians, erased the data cores, and left. Dr. Dresden used 2 ships, one for our team, one for the sample. There were contamination concerns.
He was right to be concerned. It got out on the Anubis. I saw the results.
You did.
Look at him just like...
Tell him about the reactor.
I love how Amos is the one like figured out how to speak to him.
The power was shut down when we arrived. The protomolecule was frozen around the reactor core.
I was starving. Did you turn the power back on?
Mm-hmm. Started moving.
Is there anything more that I could see?
We nuked the ship and everything on it.
But still going strong on Eros.
It learns, you know. It does something different every time. The more biomass you feed it, the faster it learns, the more it changes.
Yikes.
So you fed it, Eros.
Yikes. Yikes.
100,000 people.
100,000 opportunities. We can only learn by letting it learn.
Can it be controlled?
That's what we were trying to do.
Can you control it?
I'd need my data and everything coming off Eros. That's the only way I can tell you more.
At least they have him, right? And he wasn't shot too by Miller. But damn.
10 levels of environmental engineering, crew quarters, schools, wastewater treatment, machine shops, forges. And at the center, a piece of Earth curved back on itself. Our Eden.
Well, I've never been to Earth, but it kind of looks like a big, huge metal rock tunnel to me.
The cylinder will be sealed, and after the initial acceleration, the body will begin to spin. It's designed to give the illusion of light and heat that is as gentle and warm as a summer's day.
Aww.
We're just waiting on the ship.
Well, what's the holdup?
Well, the engines burn like a dream, but the atmosphere system's have been an issue since day one. When you're going 100+ years on only the air that you bring in with you, loss tolerances are stricter than normal. Our contractors were sometimes less than cooperative.
They're having a little union trouble.
Some felt that taking entire families on a journey that their grandchildren wouldn't see the end of was inhuman.
He was sitting on his journey, right? Talking about this. Was that this same guy?
Boy, it sounds like just what I need.
Look at him. Like how he's also going to this journey from what we've seen so far till now.
I've heard that streaky shit in bars. I thought it was just bad music.
It's new. Give it to me.
Oh my god, it makes a sound. It's alive. We knew it, but not to this extent.
The universe just kissed me on the cheek. Not people. Pulses. Steady like a clock. No. Speeding up. No. Counting down.
To what?
It's building. Building what?
God, this is freaking me out.
We're going to find out.
And he's so excited.
What the fuck is this?
Uh-oh.
God damn it!
Is he still doing this?
All right, start again.
What are you doing?
You can see what I'm doing. Alex, 25 people on that pod we lost. It's my job to protect them.
You saved Amos.
And we lost 25 people because I made that choice.
There's no point.
Point is, next time I'm gonna save them all.
He's feeling guilty. And it's hard to see because you know that this is not necessary, like what he's doing right now, or not help, but you get it.
It's nice to see the Rossi back in one piece.
I need us to be okay.
We're fine.
Ooh, fine.
There's something happening on Eros. The protomolecule's building something and we don't know what.
How?
We got one of the prisoners to cooperate. There are words in the data stream.
Oh, that would freak me out.
People talking. But we saw what happened to Julie Mel. Are you saying those people are still alive?
The only person who can answer that is dead. The Eros isn't over yet. I don't think we can save it. But I do know we need to do something.
Yeah, if only Dresden was still alive. God damn it.
And I know I can't do it without you.
Aww.
We'll do it together.
Oh, we're buddies again. Everybody just had to get that out of their system. And now they're like, yeah, cool, dude.
I take it this means you know where you want to go?
Eros.
What?
Something real bad is going on down there.
Yeah, we know.
And you know we have to destroy it.
I think you're right.
I know that you know
Dresden was gonna get away with it. And I didn't kill him because he's crazy. I killed him because he was making sense.
Any idea how we can take out a whole asteroid?
Yeah, with that.
Interesting to see them go from... Was that actor title Dancing Creep? I don't know if I saw that right. Oh man, the evolution from them completely be on different sides to them aligning. But the whole idea of what is going on Eros is so freaky. You feel like they're feeling in a sense of like, you know there's something going on and you have no clue what. And you're like, I need to know, but I was really scared. It's crazy to me how Amos got to that guy. How he was like, okay, I'm just gonna get close to you, think the way you think, and we'll get there. And it clicked and he got him to talk. As weird that was. Interesting. I wonder if they're all gonna be on the same page of like, okay, let's destroy Eros. I'm also a bit scared for Vision and Fred. Like, I worry about the both of them within their respective factions or worlds or groups, you know, because I feel like they're both crossing lines by working together. And the crazy part is that it's kind of to benefit everyone, so it's not even for a bad reason. Oh, so good. I'm so curious to see where this is going. I feel like what happened on Eros, I'm glad that it's going about that again, and that it's not like, oh, that planet was lost. Bye. No, that we're actually keeping on investigating what is going on there. But the fact that there's noises and pulses and know that it learns by being fed more and they're building something. That last part, I feel like that you hear voices and that there's things going on makes you curious. The fact that they're building something, that makes me scared. So we'll see how that is gonna go. Very interesting episode again. Also, like, yeah, see how everybody deals different with it. Like for Alex, for example, really struggling with the guilt, which makes total sense. Even if it's not necessary or not correct, so to say, it is understandable. He has empathy. He has those feelings compared to somebody who is not, which is always interesting to see how that plays out, right? Especially the contradiction between him saying beautifully and Amos saying dead. And you're like, ooh, right? Anyway, I really enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, as always, make sure to like and subscribe. You can find the next 2 episodes already on Patreon, full length watch along style, but also the edited versions. If you can't wait, make sure to check out Patreon because there's also a bunch of exclusive shows on there. You can watch together with me. All right, I wish you a lovely rest of your day. See you in the next one. Bye bye.